तो आज की इस चर्चा को शुरुआत करने से पहले मैं अनिल अंकल को चाहूंगा कि प्लीज अनिल सर स्टार्ट द सेशन।
आप रूल समझा दीजिए तब हम स्टार्ट करते
चलिए ठीक है।
हैं।
तो आज के डिस्कशन एनालिसिस प्रोग्राम को शुरू करने से पहले आज के कुछ डिस्कशन और एनालिसिस प्रोग्राम के कुछ रूल्स हैं, उन्हें देख लेते हैं। So the presentation rule is that ki participants will have 3 to 4 minutes to present their opening views on the topic and stick to the topic and avoid deviating from unrelated matters. Be clear, concise, and confident during your presentation. During the discussion, you have to follow respect all the participants, the jury, and the audience. Do not interrupt while others are speaking. Wait for your turn or raise a hand if needed. Be ready to address queries from the jury, participants, or the audience politely and thoughtfully. Avoid any form of offensive, inappropriate, or disrespectful language. Okay. For jury and feedback, the jury will provide constructive feedback based on your first is content, relevance, and depth. Second is clarity of thought and communication. Third is body language and confidence. Fourth is engagement with question and discussion. Accept the feedback gracefully and try to improve it. Time management: strictly adhere to the time limit provided by your presentation and answer. Overstepping your allotted time may result in reduction in your evaluation. For any type of etiquettes issues are that key always maintain decorum and foster a positive and constructive discussion. Use professional language and refrain from personal attack or confrontational behavior. So these are the rules which you have to follow. So let's start the session. Anil sir, I would like to invite you. Over to you.
थैंक यू वत्सली जी। आप सभी का इस डिस्कशन और एनालिसिस प्रोग्राम में हृदय से स्वागत है। हमारे तमाम जूरी मेंबर्स, इसमें आज हमारे गौरव सर जी भी आए हुए हैं, गौरव वत्सल जी, जो हमारे बहुत पुराने साथी भी हैं, अनुज के रूप में हैं, और इस दिया को आगे बढ़ाने में जिनकी बड़ी भूमिका रही है। वर्तमान में गौरव जी बिहार में विशेष अधिकारी के रूप में नियुक्त हैं और बैकएंड पे हम सबको काफी मार्गदर्शन करते रहते हैं, अपने अनुभवों का लाभ देते रहते हैं। हमारी साइमा मैम है, हमारे अभी दिनेश राज पुरोहित जी सर आ रहे हैं, दीप्ति जी हैं। दीप्ति जी हमारी इस पूरे जो स्ट्रक्चर पूरा है हमारा गायत्री इसका दिया का, उसकी प्राणवायु है, बहुत अच्छे से हर चीज को मैनेज करती हैं। सारे मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम को जो हम लोग जिनके माध्यम से पूरे पूरे मतलब संभवम के माध्यम से हम लोग पूरे भारत में जो हमारे बच्चे बिखरे हुए हैं उन सब से कनेक्ट रहते हैं, उसमें बड़ी भूमिका हमारी दीप्ति जी की रहती है। स्वागत है। साइमा मैम है, हमारे तमाम ऐसे बच्चे हैं जो इंटरव्यू में भी अपियर होने जा रहे हैं, उन सबका स्वागत है। हम ऑडियंस के रूप में हमारे जो संभवम के बच्चे, दिया के बच्चे आए हुए हैं, उन सभी का स्वागत है। जैसा कि बताया जा चुका है कि यह प्रोग्राम, हमारा डिस्कशन और एनालिसिस प्रोग्राम जो है वो आपके अंदर उस प्रतिभा को उभारने का है जो हमको आपको व्यक्त करने का समय और स्थान नहीं मिल पाता है, प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिल पाता है। हम जानते हैं कि हमारे जितने बच्चे हैं सब बहुत ही प्रतिभाशाली हैं और इनके अंदर जो प्रतिभा छिपी हुई है उसको कैसे उभारे, हमारी भूमिका के रूप में आता है। इसको हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं कि अच्छे से करें। मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना?
यस सर।
तो ये पिछले माह से हम लोगों ने प्रारंभ किया था कि हम लोग एक ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से बच्चों के अंदर अपने टॉपिक पर बोलने की, उस पर फोकस रहने की, सही आंसर देने की जो प्रतिभा है, जिसको अभ्यास करने की बात होती है, उस पर हम लोग उसके इसके माध्यम से हम लोग उनका अभ्यास कराएंगे, ताकि चाहे इंटरव्यू में जाना हो, चाहे कहीं पब्लिक में बोलना हो, चाहे अपने आप को उभारना हो, चाहे अपनी प्रतिभा को उभारना हो, इसमें यह हमारा प्रोग्राम बहुत ही सफल हो रहा है। हमारे सारे बच्चों का फीडबैक आ रहा है। वास्तव में जो टॉपिक्स हमारे हैं, टॉपिक्स बहुत अच्छे रेलिवेंट होते हैं हमारे यूपीएससी के लिए। दूसरा, जो बोलने का इनको एक बार दो बार राउंड में बोलने का मौका मिलता है, तो उससे उनकी जो झिझक होती है वो काफी खत्म हो जाती है और सब धीरे धीरे फोकस होकर के बोलने लगे हैं। फर्स्ट स्लॉट में हम लोगों ने जब प्रारंभ किया था तो उस समय पहले राउंड में झिझक थी बच्चों के अंदर, बाद में सेकंड राउंड आते आते काफी मुखर हो गए। धीरे धीरे अब देख रहे हैं कि आज तीसरा टॉपिक हमारा स्टार्ट हो रहा है, इसमें और अच्छी तरीके से बच्चे लोग आएंगे हमारे, और आप लोग भविष्य हो इस देश का, भविष्य हो इस आने वाले समय का, इस भारत का। इसलिए हम आपसे अपेक्षा करते हैं कि जितना हम अपने आप को निखारेंगे उतना ही समझिए कि यह आपकी प्रतिभा के माध्यम से देश का कल्याण होगा। हम अब इन्हीं भावनाओं के साथ एक बार हम उस शक्ति का आह्वान करते हैं जो शक्ति हमारे आप को अंदर निरंतर रूप से बड़े कार्य करने की क्षमता और प्रेरणा प्रदान करती रहती है। हम माँ गायत्री परम पूज्य गुरुदेव का आह्वान करते हैं, माता गायत्री मंत्र के माध्यम से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि हम सभी लोगों को जो हमारा मंतव्य है, जो हमारा उद्देश्य है, उस उद्देश्य को प्राप्त करने में हमारी कृपा करें, हम पर कृपा बरसाएं, हमको मार्गदर्शन करते रहें। सभी भाई बहन हमारे नेत्र बंद कर लें और गायत्री मंत्र एक बार हमारे साथ में बोलेंगे, भावना करेंगे। यह सविता देवता का जो तेज है, जो प्रकाश है सूर्य भगवान का, वह प्रकाश हमारे अंदर के अंधकार को, हमारे चित्त की वृत्तियों को ठीक करेगा, हमारे अंदर के अंधकार को दूर करेगा और श्रेष्ठ पथ पर हमारी इस बुद्धि को श्रेष्ठ पथ पर अग्रसारित करेगा, आगे बढ़ाएगा, ताकि हमारा जीवन अच्छा बने। जिस उद्देश्य से ईश्वर ने हमको पैदा किया हुआ है, उस उद्देश्य को प्राप्त करने में हमारी जो भूमिका होनी चाहिए, वो भूमिका पे हम खरे उतरे। ऐसा भाव करते हुए माँ गायत्री का, गुरुदेव का और सविता देवता का हम ध्यान करते हैं। एक बार गायत्री मंत्र हमारे साथ साथ बोलने की कृपा करें। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वाहा तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ओम विश्वानि देव सवितः दुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुव। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हमारे अंदर जो अवांछनीय हो, जो अवांछनीय है वो दूर हो, और जो हमारे लिए योग्य हो वो हमको प्राप्त हो। इसी भावना के साथ क्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। आइए ओवर टू वात्सल्य जी, क्या प्रारंभ करें। सभी लोग अपने अपने वीडियो को कैमरा ऑन कर लें, अच्छा लगता है, सभी लोगों के सामने रहता है, आई कांटेक्ट होता है, अच्छा लगता है।
Thank you very much, Anil sir, for your such a kind of words. So, before starting the topic, I would like to introduce the participants of today's function, today's program. Manjesh Kumar, Aman Eherbar, Shubham Rana, Prerna Bharadwaj, Sejal Arya, Shuhani Puri, Nitin Lodi, Gaurav Kumar, Ujjwal Bandal, Gaurav Mishra, Gargi Londe, Shukti Rode, Vivek Shukla, Tanushka Srivastav, Sweksha Mahajan, Rahul Ade, and Rohan Jibakati. ठीक है? And the jury for today's function, today's program is Saima ma'am, educator, mentor, interview appeared in Sambhavam IAS, and Dinesh Raj Purohit sir, assistant professor in DU, and interview appeared mentor in Sambhavam IAS. And Gaurav Vatsal sir, he's currently posted in Bihar. He's an PCS officer. So before I would like to start the session, let put some light on the event. He, what today we are discussing about social media as well as how it triggered the FOMO, that is fear of missing out. So the FOMO in the context of social media is that FOMO is like fear of missing out, is the anxiety or apprehension that you might miss out an exciting or rewarding experience that others are having online. It can lead to problematic social media use. So there are social media triggers FOMO by constantly showcasing the highlights of other lives, often through photos or posts about fun events, vacation, personal achievements, or exclusive experiences. As per I learned something about the FOMO is that people are just there are four main stresses of social media. People are using to highlight the reels or social currency and online harassment. There are lots of stresses of these things. So basically, these are some points which are today we are discussing about. Or Let's invite the session to our participants. I would like to call Rahul. So Rahul, basically just explain what is social media FOMO and how it triggered the social media.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you audible.
Yes, sir. Social media refers to any media which is digitally connected, and they are creating such a space where can people organize and discuss their values, their disciplinarities, and their concerns, and which enhance their capability with all the people around them who are not physically connected with them, but they are digitally connected. But the in recent cases, the FOMO, that is fear of missing out, has been created is because of the people's tendency to be stay updated. For example, if we take an example of Facebook, Instagram, the TikTok that recently been banned, they were trying to focus on the creating such a updates and the real effect that they having, which regards to the people who are just want to know everything happening around them. And if they tend to not able to understand what is happening, they tend to become loneliness, which ultimately leads to their more concerns and grievances, which then finally some people tend to take the step of suicide. That is a very highlighting issue in social media related. Then second is the notification updates, that sometimes people just focus on notification and the social media that try to give them certain values, that this is the new update and this is the new update, and they are just trying to scrolling, and there is a endless scrolling. So that creates such a FOMO that people are tend to focus on those things only, and they tend to neglect the constructive part in engaging the social media. Thirdly, sir, it is creating such a havoc where people are not focused on the more productive or the more naturalized manner of having connections, but they are just creating such a havoc where the people are just showing their latest trends, their latest post, to showcase that how the people are working and how the people are gaining some beneficial activities, and that creates the other peoples around that they are being feeling lefted, and they are feeling that they are not being able to live that such a lucrative life that the other people are living. So these things are social media is creating today, and constructive steps is needed to tackle such challenges, sir.
So Rahul, one more question is that can you please provide an example of a recent trend or event where FOMO on social media played a very significant role in influencing public behavior?
Sir, recent behavior in with respect to the Instagram, the endless scrolling, as well as the recent trends of using Instagram by the young teenagers who are just to indulge in the such explicit or the 18 plus activities which are not supposed to be used by them. And that case leads to the American senator that was just ratified and the notified this subject matter to the Mark Zuckerberg, who is the owner of Instagram. So that issue was prevalent and in that time, and that shows that how peoples are using social media in such a extensive manner. They are just not focusing these issues. Second is, sir, the recent leakages of the personal data of the teenagers as well as the younger populations who are engaging in the social media. And thirdly, sir, is it's impacting the businesses that is being involved in the social media, for example through Facebooks as well as the WhatsApps. They are being subject to data leakages and the manipulation, and the that we say the WhatsApp fake university that is being created, and that floating with the fake news. We are creating such a type of uncertainty in the digital media where people are tend to behave in such an inappropriate manner that they are not in that physical sense. So that these are the things that are changing the behavior in recent times.
Okay, thank you, Rahul. Dinesh, sir, any question for Rahul, please?
Dinesh sir is not here. We can go to Saima ma'am.
Okay. Um, okay, Gaurav, sir. Okay, move toward the next candidate. Rohan, are you there?
Sir, I can ask.
Who is that? Okay,
Yes,
Ji, Sam,
Sam, please.
Ji.
Rahul, can you please tell me how does the right to privacy apply to social media?
Ma'am, according to the IT Act of 2000, the provision was there that right to privacy or the digital media has been under the purview of the government, so that they can actively engage in the related issues. And the IT Act, which was amended in 2021, that was focusing on the right to privacy concerns, where people's explicit information or the absurd scenes or the absurd speeches, hate speeches, they to be removed from the social media by using the active removal passages from the government. And that was shown in the Twitter, formerly Twitter, now X.com, that has been used as the more spreader of fake news. So government notified the Twitter, the X, and they actively engaged in removing such such issues. And right to privacy has been upholded as the under Article 21 as the fundamental right. So it has been actively involving the issues of the privacy concern as well as the data breaches. So government is actively treating on this. And other is, ma'am, the recent act, that is data personal data protection bill, which was taken into consideration in 2023. And now in 2025, the data protection bill rules are in effect, and they have been reviewed by the public grievances till February 18th. So these the rules, when come into consideration, they will have a more impact on strengthening the right to privacy of individual.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Vatsali sir can move to another candidate.
Okay, thank you, Sama ma'am.
Rohan.
Rohan, are you there? Rohan, are you here? Okay, move to the next candidate. Gargi ma'am.
She's not available right now. We'll move forward to Aman and other participants.
Gaurav Mishali. Please unmute
Gaurav
yourself.
Mishra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am here.
कोई स्क्रीन पे लाया जाए गौरव मिश्रा जी को.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gaurav sir, the question is that what do you understand by FOMO in the context of social media, and how do you think it impacts users' behavior?
Yes. Sir, yes, I support the statement that the fear of missing out through social media is impacting the behavior of the people. Like example that certain symptoms, like if the people are anxious, and if they are means showing the symptoms that they are means not talking to the people means carefully, means they are showing the means always they are in the means bad mood, or if they are all alone, they feel with depression. So these are some of the symptoms that the people so who are means suffering from this fear of missing out problem. And these are the symptoms which needs to be addressed properly, because in the long run this may lead to a more means aggressive means more aggressive problem for the people, for the concerned citizen or concerned individual who is suffering. And this should be addressed by experts like psychologists, who can help the people or the person to came out of this fear. Thank you.
So Gaurav, the question is that do you believe that FOMO is more prevalent today due to the rise of influencers in various social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook?
Yes, there are means I mean, my opinion, there are two reasons. First, as the in the question that it is there that many people influencers are there who are more active in the social media. That's true. And second, in my opinion, the reason is that the people are spending more time in the social media. So both are means contributing to this problem. Firstly, the influencer, like yes, in through social media, some the bloggers are there, or some celebrities who are constantly means constantly share their means personal life, their professional life. So these are means creating. These are means influencing the people, common people, and they follow their habits, and in the process of following their habits, they create problems for them also. For example, like if a student who get influenced through this activity, then he or she may demand more things from his or from his parents and from his parent, and if the demand is not fulfilled, then he or she can may take some wrong step. So these are some of the problems which are prevalent in the society.
Okay. Thank you, Gaurav. Sweksha, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sweksha, uh, how do social media platforms contribute to the feeling of FOMO?
Sir, FOMO is a psychological phenomena. It is prevalent issue in associated with social media use. Scrolling through curated posts, surpassing friends and relatives, exciting adventures can trigger anxiety about not being included in those experiences. This fear often leads to individuals to compulsively check their feeds for updates and notifications, sometimes at the expense of real world interaction. Uh, the constant need for validation through likes and comments can create an addictive cycle where users are more compelled to engage frequently with their devices. And this behavior not only detracts from genuine connection, but also contributes to heightened anxiety that may create, perceive, or they can lead like they can feel like missing out from such social media events or experiences. And we often see the unhappiest people uh, are those who care the most what other people think about them. And and there is also a quote by Steve Jobs: "Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life."
Okay, thank you.
That's what the
Gaurav
message.
sir, Gaurav sir, are you here? Gaurav Vatsal sir, are you here?
या हाँ बताइए हम हैं
Okay, okay. Just ask a question, please.
आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए थोड़ा ठीक है हम थोड़ी देर में करते हैं
Okay, sir. ठीक, continue. Okay, Sweksha.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Sweksha, what changes could they make to reduce this effect?
Uh, to overcome this FOMO, one should count their wins and achievements, and one should respect their self-worth and see behind the curtain, like to get aware that all wins are not real. As we often see, social media is a sugar coating above a hidden reality, and the people only show their good times, not their struggles. And one can also identify their hobbies or interests and engage with it, and we can also use social media with a positive aspect and with some limitation, so we can
Okay,
overcome
thank
through this FOMO. And one should also replace fear with joy, that is FOMO with JOMO, joy of missing out.
Okay, Deepti ma'am. Deepti ma'am, are you here? Sama ma'am. Sama ma'am, any question, please?
Okay. Swechha, I have one question. What technologies can be used in social media to protect the right to privacy, to help in protecting the right to privacy?
Yes, ma'am. So, so ma'am, basically you're asking like some technologies are there which can
Which
which
can
can
be
protect
used
us.
in which can be used in
Right.
social media, which are being used or can be used for protecting the right to privacy.
Yes, yes, ma'am. There are some right to privacy as we can see that like whenever we use Instagram, some messages comes like for the privacy. It's up to us to keep it private as personal data are getting viral very easily. But it's our duty. It's in our hand to keep it private. And uh, right to privacy comes under fundamental right of our Indian Constitution, like right to freedom comes under Article 19, and right to life comes under Article 21, and under Article 19(1)(a), uh, every citizen have the right to freedom of speech and expression.
Okay, but right to privacy is a part of, it comes under the Article 21, not under Article 19. Though it derives freedom from Article 19, but if we have to choose one article, then that would be only Article 21, not Article 19. And as per the
Okay, ma'am.
technology, when we use WhatsApp, you see that encryption. So the
Yes,
encryption
ma'am.
by,
End-to-end encryption.
yeah, we can protect the data by encoding and that anonymization tools and social media securing messages apps can be used further to protect the right to privacy. That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, you have spoken well. Nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
थैंक यू
thank you.
स्वेच्छा। राहुल है क्या? राहुल तो नहीं, रोहन
Yes,
है
sir.
क्या? रोहन मेरी आवाज आ रही है? ये सजल आर्या आप है? नो।
Aman, are you here?
अमान जी है, अमान से बात। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अमान।
Aman, are you here? Am I audible?
आप लोग तुरंत रिस्पॉन्ड क्या कीजिए, लेट नहीं करना चाहिए।
Aman, are you here?
मंजेश,
Okay.
मंजेश
We can go with Ujjwal.
Okay, Ujjwal. Uh, Ujjwal. So the question is that how would you advise someone to manage FOMO when using social media regularly? Because lots of
Yes, sir.
participants are saying that FOMO is might creating social media effect and all these. So what you prescribe, please?
which language will be comfortable for you?
Ujjwal.
Yes, sir.
लैंग्वेज उज्जवल प्लीज।
क्लियर मीटिंग होगा तो इसमें हम जब एक्सेसिव सोशल मीडिया यूज करते हैं तो उसमें ज्यादा इन्वॉल्वमेंट रहते हैं। तो विदाउट सोशल मीडिया कभी भी लाइफ नथिंग है। जब सोशल मीडिया से दूर जब अपना रियल लाइफ को देखते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं डिप्रेशन का शिकार, डिमोटिवेट फील करते हैं, लॉन्लीनेस होता है। तो हम सोशल मीडिया में अपना टाइम कम करें, कम से कम टाइम में सोशल मीडिया में ऐप का नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ रखें, जिससे कि हम उससे ज्यादा इंटरेक्ट नहीं। नोटिफिकेशन आता है तो वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट करता है कि हम तुरंत जैसे देखने लगते हैं कि क्या चल रहा है, और उसमें बहुत सारा टाइम वेस्ट हो जाता है। तो फर्स्टली अपना टाइम को यूज करना और स्पेसिफिक कंटेंट देखना कि मुझे क्या देखना चाहिए, तो उसमें हमें सिलेक्टेड कंटेंट पर ही फोकस करना चाहिए, हेयर एंड देयर कंटेंट को अवॉइड करना चाहिए। अगर हम किस चीज पर फोकस करें तो हम उससे रिलेटेड कंटेंट देखेंगे, और हम रियल लाइफ में
ओके
ज्यादा पार्टिसिपेट करें, स्पोर्ट्स में पार्ट लें ताकि सोशल मीडिया से दूर रहें। ठीक है।
ओके,
ओके
थैंक
ओके,
यू
थैंक यू।
सुजय। नेक्स्ट पार्टिसिपेंट में हमारे सत्या। सत्या, आप बताएं। सत्या कुशवाहा, आर रेडी टू आंसर? आप बताओ, हिंदी में या इंग्लिश में, किसमें आप जवाब देंगे?
सत्या
अनम्यूट करिए।
अनम्यूट कर लीजिए अपने आप को। सत्या अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर लीजिए, नीचे एक ऑप्शन होगा वहां से। ओके
चलिए,
सो
मेरा प्रश्न राहुल जी से है, राहुल खड़े। राहुल, आप ये बताइए कि अभी जो हमारा सोशल मीडिया है, ये तो सबको कुछ बताना इसमें नहीं है कि सोशल मीडिया का कितना बड़ा इम्पैक्ट हमारे लाइफ में पड़ा। हम लोग जो सोशल मीडिया के पहले का जो जीवन देखते हैं अपने आप को, और आज का देखते हैं, तो उसमें बहुत सारा चेंज आ गया है। इतनी सारी चीजें हमारी, इतना सारा समय, इतना सारा हमारा दिमाग सोशल मीडिया ने कैप्चर कर रखा है कि तमाम चीजें हमारी जो थी वो बिल्कुल छूट गई हैं। घर में बैठना, बातें करना, आपस में परिवार में बातें करना, है ना, लोगों से अपनी बातें कहना सुनना, घर के लोगों से। लेकिन अब क्या हो रहा है, सोशल मीडिया ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बन गया कि हमने घर वालों से बातें करना बंद कर दिया, और बाहर की दुनिया में ऐसा खो जाते हैं, बिल्कुल अंतर्राष्ट्रीय हो जाते हैं। तो फेसबुक खोलते ही बिल्कुल अंतर्राष्ट्रीय हो जाते हैं, और घर के लिए वापस समय नहीं होता है। हाउ डू यू फील कि ये हमारे लाइफ को कैसे इसने इम्पैक्ट डाला हुआ है, एंड व्हाट स्टेप्स शुड बी टेकन टू रिस्टोर आवर पर्सनल, सोशल एंड फैमिली लाइफ? प्लीज राहुल।
Yes, sir. Social media has impacted severely our lives, day-to-day lives. And so there are multiple reasons that social media has changed our life from the overall landscape. First is the affordability of the smartphones. Second is the access to internet, affordable internet, for example, Jio's data. Third is, sir, the lack of supervision by the parents. The student, the individuals or the teenagers are using extensively social media, and parents are lacking in understanding that. Fourth is the digital literacy that the people don't have. They just tend to focus on the social media as a very lucrative thing that everyone needs to be there. So that is the things, sir. But I believe that these things can be tackled by overall understanding the social media as a double-edged sword that can have a positive impact in the life of every person. For example, we have to understand that the connection between the family and the relationships are matters more than the social media connections. So we can do in that thing is promote the no use of phone or the no use smartphone for a 1 day in a month. That can also be done. Second is, sir, we can take example of case studies from the worldwide. For example, the UK's case study on no smartphone for a day. So these can we can do. Then there is a second case study of Finland, sir, where they promotes, instead of FOMO, they promote JOMO, that is joy of missing out. People do not engage in the social media for just missing out, and they enjoy that we are being not connected with the social media, and we are very happy with that. Third is, sir, the psychological connection that social media is having, that needs to be tackled. It creates a depression, anxiety, and all the issues in the today's scenario that needs to be focused on through counselings, that we have art of living. So these things can be initiated so that the parental things, parental relationship, and as well as the friends relationships to be promoted. Fourth is, sir, the sports culture. India is having a very high sports culture. So students and the teenagers should be promoted to go for the sports and the exercises, the reading culture, no use of the smartphone or the social media, instead of go for such constructive things that we can do, sir. And ultimately, we can in escape understand the useful and the limited scope of social media, but not exaggerating its uses, sir. So these things we can do, sir.
थैंक यू गुड
Thank you, sir.
अभी हमारा ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एक अभी बिल आया, बल्कि वहां पे कानून बन गया कि हम एक सर्टेन एज की बात के पहले के बच्चों को सोशल मीडिया से दूर रखेंगे. इज इट फिजिबल इन इंडिया आल्सो?
No, sir.
What is the bill in Australia, and is it feasible in India also?
Sir, Australia recently passed a bill to restrict the social media usage for the under 18 years of teenagers, so as to limit their overall circumstances in indulging in the illegal or the explicit activities which are not supposed to be done by the children under 18 years of age. Sir, I believe that it is not feasible for India because considering the landscape of India that we are having and the social media, the positives of social media and the use that the children as well as the teenagers are using in India are having a multifaceted approach, sir. For example, through YouTube's, students are teaching and learning the new concepts. They are under of age 18 years of age, but they are constructively using it. Second, so the Facebooks and the WhatsApps are being as the digital marketplaces where people are doing businesses. They are promoting MSMEs. So this can be influenced and this can be restricted for the people who are having a strong mindset of business mindset from the younger age. For example, we say that Gujarat, the population are having more business minded. The children are focusing on the business mindset, but they will be restricted. Third is, sir, the overall usage of information sharing and understanding the current trends and be lineated with them, and they are understanding the overall scope of how to manage this information and stay updated. So this thing can be restricted, sir. And for the post-COVID era that we are seeing, the digital things are increasing, the study-related issues. So if students are connected in the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group, they will be alienated from those information that the teachers as well as the schools will provide to them. So this thing can hamper the with inclusion of the date that law that is included in the Australia, sir.
Oh, thank you. Now, Shukti Ade, are you here? Shukti Ade.
Good.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Very good
morning. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Very audible. आप
Yes, sir.
कुछ इसमें बताएंगी? तो ये बताइए कि सोशल मीडिया को अभी बताया गया कि दो धारी तलवार है, ये है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो दो धारी तलवार के रूप में किस तरह काम कर रहा है ये, और इसका कैसे, हाँ ये बताइए कि दो धारी तलवार के रूप में कैसे काम कर रहा है.
Sir, can I speak in English?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So social media is both boon as well as ban. Social media has not only helped us in connecting with the entire world, but has literally brought the entire world on our fingertips. So there are many uses of social media. Like, for example, we are connected in Sambhavan. We are using social media has made UPSC preparation itself very easy. So we all are using it. We're using the benefit of social media. And not only India, but the entire world is in our fingertips. We can connect to our relatives. We can connect to with. It had played a significant role in COVID era. When entire world was shut down, it was the social media that opened the doors to the world, to the virtual world. So basically, we all were connected. And during COVID, there were many people who were lonely, anxious. but it was social media that helped us connect, and it reduced the anxiety as well. But coming to the boon part, overusage of overusage and unrestricted use of social media has caused a lot of issues. For example, unrestricted media, unrestricted social media, like information where youngers are exposed to explicit content which is not in their control, and there are many IT industries that are using our data, and they are more powerful. They say that IT industries are more powerful than many countries, and they can literally influence the people, the citizens over there. So that is another negative of social media. And yes, it is having a very negative impact on our health. It is triggering FOMOs. It's creating a feeling of loneliness, jealousy, just because we are comparing ourselves to everyone around us, and it it causes the feeling of low self-esteem. Secondly, by notifications and the constant need to stay updated, it is creating anxiety and stress for all of us to be always updated. So this is how social media is a boon, but as well as ban. Yeah, that was all.
Thank you, Sakti. Recent days, a film is released. Film of Sonu Sood ji. Just released name Fateh. You know?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of that.
Just on 10th of January, film Fateh was released. It was directed by Sonu Sood ji and acted by Sonu Sood ji. The film is focused on social media, the negative role of social media, especially criminalization of social media tools. We can go and see the bad impact of social media. इसमें क्रिमिनलाइजेशन कैसे हो गया, इसमें बहुत सारे लोगों ने आत्महत्या कर लिया. सोशल मीडिया सुसाइड के लिए प्रेरित करता है कि नहीं अपनी चीजें. अब हम इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है? ये प्रॉब्लम के सोशल मीडिया की प्रॉब्लम है या हमारी अपनी मानसिकता की प्रॉब्लम है? प्रॉब्लम क्या है? जो सोशल मीडिया का मिसयूज हो रहा है, सोशल मीडिया को जो हमारे जीवन में असर गलत पड़ रहा है, उसके लिए दोषी कौन है? सोशल मीडिया दोषी है या हम दोषी हैं? Those who do not know the proper use of social media tools. Who is responsible for this? Who is responsible for the misuse of social media tools in our life? We are the media.
So, can I speak on this? Should I speak on this?
Yes, I'm asking.
Okay. So in my opinion, I believe that we solely are the responsible person for the misuse of social media. Initially, social media was created as a tool, and it should always be like a tool in our lives. But many people, not only us, but it is the people in general that are responsible for this. Many people use it for negative things, like commercialize. They have commercialized it. They are basically they are trying to make people addicted. Like for example, Instagram, they are creating many algorithms that are socially, like YouTube is there, Instagram is there, we scroll through it. So that is an algorithm that is making us addicted. So people have misused it. So it is us humans, it is us, we people who are getting addicted to it, and we are misusing it for our own benefits. So that should not be done. And yes, social media is a tool, and we should use it wisely and not misuse it. Yeah, that's also.
Thank you, Sakti. Really, ये वास्तव में विवेक का जागृत न होना, रेशनल होना हमारा बड़ा जरूरी होता है कि हम जल्दी से समझ जाएं कि वास्तव में क्या जो आकर्षक लगता है वो वास्तव में कितना अच्छा है, कितना बुरा है. अच्छा उसको हम कोई चीज अगर है समाज में तो उसमें कुछ बहुत सारी अच्छाइयाँ होती हैं और उसके पीछे बुराइयां छिपी होती है। तो ये हमारा जो विवेक है ना, विवेक बुद्धि, वो सही तरीके से अगर इस्तेमाल करें हम लोग तो हम हर चीज का इस्तेमाल सही तरीके से कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज तो नुकसान होता है। नेक्स्ट तनुष्का, आर यू हियर? थैंक यू शिप्ति।
Thank you, sir.
तनुष्का, आर यू हियर?
Yes, sir.
यस, वात्सल्य जी प्लीज तनुष्का जी से पूछिए कुछ बातें। आप हिंदी में बोलेंगे या इंग्लिश बोलेंगे, क्या किसमें आप कन्वीनियंट है?
हिंदी सर, हिंदी।
ओके।
तो सवाल ये है तनुष्का कि फोमो जो है वो व्यक्तियों के ऊपर कैसे एक सोशल प्रेशर बना रहा है, और इसी के साथ एक दूसरा प्रश्न ये है कि आज के जो यूथ हैं उनकी मेंटल हेल्थ पे ये किस तरीके से असर डाल रहा है।
यस सर। सर फोमो ये के यस सर। सर फोमो जो है उसके द्वारा हमारे निरंतर जो सोशल मीडिया है उस पर जो वो लोग हम जिनको फॉलो करते हैं उनकी निरंतर पोस्ट वगैरह देखने से हमें अपने ऊपर दबाव पड़ता है कि उनके जैसा हम बनने की कोशिश करें, या जो वो कितने मजे में है, कितना वो अपने जीवन के कुछ गिने चुने क्षणों जिनमें वो बहुत अच्छे से अपना जीवन व्यतीत कर रहे हैं, हम उनसे प्रभावित होते हैं कि उनका पूरा जीवन ही ऐसा है और उससे हमारे ऊपर दबाव पड़ता है और हम अपने अपने जीवन को उनकी तरह बनाने का प्रयास करने लगते हैं, जिससे कि हम अपनी आत्म छवि को अपने अंदर बिगाड़ लेते हैं और उससे हमारी मेंटल हेल्थ पर बहुत प्रेशर पड़ता है और हमारे मानसिक उत्पीड़न बढ़ता है और हमारे ऊपर इसका प्रभाव पड़ता है कि हम निरंतर कुछ ना कुछ खुद पोस्ट करने के लिए प्रेरित रहते हैं कि हम भी अपना अच्छा जीवन उस पर डालें और उससे हमारे मेंटल पर प्रभाव पड़ता है। सॉरी सर।
ठीक है तनिष्का, थैंक यू। माय क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम राहुल सर वंस अगेन कि राहुल सर, ये सवाल ये है कि आज के दिनों में जो यूथ है, बिकॉज वी आर द ड्राइविंग नेशन एज वेल एज इकोनॉमी ऑल्सो, उनकी जो मेंटल कैपेसिटी है, कैपेबिलिटी है, जब तक हम उसे दुरुस्त नहीं करेंगे तो हम उन्हें अच्छा नहीं, बेहतर नहीं बना सकते हैं। लेकिन सोशल मीडिया के यूज से कहीं ना कहीं उनके मेंटल इफेक्ट पड़ रहे हैं और मेंटल स्ट्रेसेस ज्यादा हो रहे हैं। तो हाउ वी कैन combat with this type of challenges we are facing in social media as well as FOMO?
Oh, yes, sir. Social media is posing the mental challenge, and people are creating such a, they are having a certain saturation where they are not able to be productive because of the extensive social media usage. And as Anil sir already said, that the suicides has been increasing because of the social media and the other factors. They are inducing the person to be more lonely and not able to express his or her feelings to everyone, and ultimately leading to such issues. Sir, I believe that these mental issues can be tackled with certain multi-pronged strategies. For example, government and the civil society organizations such as and the NGOs, for example, the Art of Living Foundation, the Mindful Foundations, that they are focusing on creating such a platform where people are used to express their feelings in the physical manner, not in the social media manner. Second is, sir, government is trying to focus on creating such an anonymous targeting situation or the system where people not to be exposed in front of everyone and just showcase their grievances to everyone, that these things are I'm going through and these are the mental pressure I'm having just because of social media. So the active engagement of the community is required. Thirdly, sir, overall the data protection that we say is more focusing on the data leakages, the recent cases of the data leakages that they're having, and it creating such a type of pressure to every individual that their personal data is being highlighted in the social media, and that creating such a unusual issues that they are having the expose of their problems in the social media. So that things they needs to be tackled, and for that, sir, I believe AI driven effective data tools should be used, so that these unusual activities can be removed at their initiation or the inception, so that this not to be propagated. Fourthly, sir, active regulation of social media is required, as we see the irregular or irrelevant hashtags has been trending, which has nothing related with the actual demand or actual information in the physical matter. So there needs to be focused on, and through this we can actively engage in controlling the mental issues and the productivity of the individual or the groups. They are being to be as the demographic dividend for the country, that needs to be that will be proliferated if we focus on using social media and its all other factors in the more limited and the nuanced manner, sir. That's it, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you,
So
sir.
the question is from Pankaj sir, for you. Pankaj sir, please.
Please unmute. Pankaj ji, please unmute
Sir,
yourself.
please unmute.
राहुल जी, मेरा आपसे एक क्वेश्चन है कि जो सोशल मीडिया है उसका हमारी इंडियन इकोनॉमी में क्या इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है, निगेटिव एंड पॉजिटिव दोनों एलोबरेट कीजिए।
Yes, sir. Social media has both impacts, positive as well as negative. Positive impacts, such as firstly, the overall growth of the digital businesses. For example, the small businesses, the media influencers, they are being using extensively the social media so as to promote their businesses. Second is, sir, overall education, which is creating such a quality and the skill infrastructure on the digital platforms. They imparting the education and the other skills in the digital media. For example, we have Sambhavam IAS, which is being in the digital media, and it is imparting the education. Third is, sir, the AI driven technologies that creating, for example, the chat GPT, who are giving the most informed things through social media as well as their platforms. They are the positive for the overall economy. Third is, sir, overall creativity and the scope of having changes in the overall landscape of any persons, that is being driven, and the more informative nature that the social media has, it is being used for the candidate or the individual to be more updated, so that it can be useful for him in any competitive exams. So these are the positive, but the changes, the negative, as that to the with respect to economy, is that firstly, sir, the active productivity of the individual is diminishing because of the extensive use of social media. Secondly, sir, the indulging in the fake news. For example, there are echo chambers that has been created in social media, which means, sir, when the person is searching or consuming any data or any information from the media, from that social media, the social media algorithm is such a way that they are trying to infuse those information in the regular basis. So it creates a biases and ultimately hampers the economic activity of that individual. He tried to focus on the balancing the things, but in that social media extensive uses, he may not be able to balance the things. That is the second. Third is the overall engagement of the individual or the group in the economic aspect has been lowered down by the more the diversion of the resources in the social media uses. For example, having the more access to internet, and then having to more other infrastructure, so they are just focusing on the engagement in social media instead of going for the active economic productivity. So, sir, these are the things with respect to positive and negative impact of social media on economy.
ओके, एक क्वेश्चन और है कि
Yes,
जो
sir.
जनरल पर्सन है उसके जेब में क्या इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है सोशल मीडिया का, जो FOMO है, फोमो, उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट है?
So the general man or the general public who are using social media, they try to be updated, just as the fear of missing out is among also among them. so they actively spend the more money in the data and the infrastructure, for example the smartphones, so that to be connected with the. And the second is the reel effect. They tend to focus on the engaging in the reels which are endless, and in that sense they are just engaging in those things through the economic aspects. So these things that I can think of right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
एक प्रश्न मेरा है, कौन देगा इसका? अभी आपने एक बात है इसमें मैं बता दें कि जो हमारे ऑडियंस में लोग बैठे हुए हैं वो भी अपने प्रश्न कर सकते हैं, अपना हैंड रेज करेंगे और जो प्रश्न करना चाहते हैं वो लोग कर सकते हैं। गौरव मिश्रा, मेरा आपसे एक प्रश्न था कि अभी बाद में अगर चाहेंगे तो राहुल जी से भी ले लेंगे इसको प्रश्न को उत्तर, कि अभी हमारा फेसबुक हो गया, हमारा ये व्हाट्सएप है, फेसबुक है और अपना ये इंस्टा है, जो कुछ है यूट्यूब वगैरह है, जो कुछ हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं यूजुअली कॉमन बैंक में, वो क्या है कि ये सब फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, दे आर फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट फॉर द यूजर्स। लेकिन हम लोग इसको जब देखते हैं कि इनके जो ओनर्स हैं वो वर्ल्ड के टॉप मोस्ट रिचेस्ट पर्सन बन जाते हैं। गार्गी इज हियर। गार्गी जी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।
Yes, sir, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
आई थिंक आपने क्वेश्चन सुन लिया होगा मेरा कि सोशल मीडिया यूजर्स आर पेइंग नो पेनी फॉर इट्स यूज, but its owners are being the richest person of the world. What is the system that without paying any penny from the user side, the owners are being so much collecting so much riches that they are becoming the richest persons of the world? What is the reason behind it?
Sir, it's a question to me.
Yes, it was.
So I think, as you mentioned, it's correct that the people who are using the social media, they I would say that they would lose a lot in terms of the social cost. For instance, are the mental health problems that the people are facing, and this concept of FOMO, the fear of missing out on major things. So I think the people are losing the social cost to it. However, the people who have made these social media platforms, they are earning it, and I think it's all a game of psychology, basically. So that is something that creates a huge gap between the two category of people.
What is the source of their income that is making them the richest person of the world? I want to know.
So I think it's the companies that pay the amount to them. I'm not exactly aware about the source of income, sir.
Okay. Rahul, can you speak?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Sir, I believe that the data is the new thing that is they are buying, they are selling, and the active engagement on social media by the users, and their data is being concentrated to the hands of the such people who are the owners, and in that way they are creating such algorithms in such a way that they are actively engaging, and the overall number of the candidates or the individuals who are using the social media, that has been increasing, ultimately benefiting the owners of their platforms, and ultimately they become the richest person in the world, sir.
Right, I can understand your concern, but what may be the source of the income? They are selling the data to individuals or to its the persons who are getting benefit of this data. What type of persons or organizations may be there who are using or purchasing the data from these owners, social media owners?
Sir, first of all is they are selling the data and people are actively engaging those activities. Secondly, sir, there are other activities that the owners are doing. For example, they are taking huge amount of money from the other platforms to spread their ads and as well as their businesses. For example, the big tech companies who are influenced by such people who are giving them loads of money so that they advertise them, and in the social media, and people get to influence from it. For example, if we use the Google, sometimes it comes the Amazon website on that, which type of product can be used and which type of products can be purchased from the Amazon. So Amazon is being paying money to the Google so that his ad can be showcased to the people, and people by recurring seeing such ads, they try to just purchase those things. They are not having such needs, but just because of the influence from the Google as well as the ads, they are taking such things. So this is one of the source for the Google the owners are having. Second is the data is always been the main thing that people are considering that the data can be harmful, because they are very sensitive with respect to their personal growth. But they are giving their whole information to the such platforms, and they are using in such a way that to spread the marketing and spread such a scenario or algorithms in which the people are compelled to buy such things where not they needed, but they are just seeing that buy on a daily basis. So these are the sources that can be the source of income for the owners.
Saima ma'am, it's you. You can ask Gargi to Gargi ji what to be done by on account of government, Indian government, or we as a person to protect our data.
Yes, sir. So I think the government can take multiple steps. For example, so number one is to ensure that the data centers should be within the country. Like currently, we do notice that the data centers of Facebook and WhatsApp, they are located abroad. So there is the outflow of data which is taking place from India to abroad. So I think localizing the data centers within the country, that is number one. Apart from that, sir, the recent digital personal data protection bill that has come up, that provides that puts the citizen at the core. So that the citizens are empowered. They can now demand the data erasure also from the internet, and they can appoint digital nominees also. So I think empowering the citizens would be the key. Only then we'll be able to safeguard and secure the data. Number two, and apart from that, sir, in the era where we see there are a lot of cyber frauds also taking place because of easy availability of the personal data. So I think the idea of having a data protection board of India, the DPBI, is a good step. This will help in the grievance addressal also. So I think a bunch of these steps can help us to secure the data within the country.
The data protection bill is under preparation. It is drafted, and I have already shared its link to the group. Government has invited your views about the data protection bill. Yes, we should be careful about it, and we should be responsibly fill the form, so that our views, our thoughts may be transmitted to the government. They may include our ideas for protecting the data. The next thing is data. I'm shifting my to Saimaji to please continue the questions from Gargi. Please unmute yourself, Saimaji, please.
Your voice is not audible.
Gargi ji, apart from Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2023, what other steps has been taken by Indian government or Supreme Court to protect the right to privacy?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think if we see the judicial intervention, firstly, in the KS Puttaswamy judgment of 2017, the court said that right to privacy is intrinsic under Article 21 of the Constitution. So now it has a judicial backing, the right to privacy, number one. Number two, ma'am, the legislature, if we see, time and again they have taken steps to ensure that the personal data of the people gets protected, be it the IT regulations of 2021 or the Digital Personal Data Act of 2023 and now the rules of 2025. So I think the legislature is also very keen and active on that front. And so ma'am, these are few steps I can remember as of now.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Good enough.
Okay, thank you, Sama ma'am. I would like to invite Gaurav sir. Sir, are you here?
ये आवाज आ रही है मेरी? आवाज आ रही है
जी,
मेरी?
जी सर।
जी, you are audible.
मेरा प्रश्न है कि आप किसी जिले में जिलाधिकारी हैं और जो भी फोमो की समस्या है, खासकर इससे टीनेजर और हमारी युवा पीढ़ी प्रभावित हो रही है, तो आप इससे निपटने के लिए क्या-क्या करेंगे? क्या स्टेप्स लेंगे?
यस सर। सर मुझे लगता है कि ये जो प्रॉब्लम है फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट, इसको ओवरकम करने के लिए हमें सेंसिटाइजेशन, रैपिड सेंसिटाइजेशन करने की ज़रूरत है, जिसके लिए हमें कुछ एम्बेसडर्स की हम मदद ले सकते हैं। हम इन्हें यूथ एम्बेसडर्स भी कह सकते हैं, जो यंग जनरेशन को जाकर सेंसिटाइज करे। जैसे आशा वर्कर का एक मॉडल है, उसी के तर्ज पे सेंसिटाइजेशन के लिए हम लोग कुछ ऐसे यूथ को आगे लेके आ सकते हैं जो उनको इफेक्टिवली कम्युनिकेट कर पाए इस पूरे इशू के ऊपर। एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट सर, आई थिंक कम्युनिकेशन के लिए हम लोग कुछ और स्टेप्स ले सकते हैं, जैसे रेडियो जिंगल्स हम चला सकते हैं या नुक्कड़ नाटक करवाया जा सकता है अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करने के लिए कि इफेक्टिव एंड राइट वे ऑफ सोशल मीडिया यूसेज क्या होता है। तो आई थिंक कम्युनिकेशन, सेंसिटाइजेशन, इन दो चीजों से हम लोग काफी हद तक वी कैन रीच द सोल्यूशन।
ओके।
Any question for Rahul sir, please?
नहीं, ओके मेरी तरफ से।
Okay. Gargi ma'am, I have a question. The question is that do you think social media companies should take responsibilities for users' FOMO-related behaviors, or should individuals be responsible to able or manage it? Because the question I asked to Rahul sir also, ki as we are developing youths to develop the country, so the problem of social stress and mental stress is arriving in the youth. So how we can combat that problem?
Yes, I think we can go with a mix of this option. Like certain responsibilities, I do feel should be of the social media intermediaries and the significant data fiduciaries, the significant platforms like Instagram or WhatsApp. For example, the recent bill also has this provision of data erasure and having digital nominees also, or appointing the grievance redressal officer as per the ID regulations of 2021. So I think these major steps should be taken by this tech giants. And apart from that, on the part of the individuals, if we see the role of the NGOs and the civil societies, they also become very important. We can change the mentality of using social media of the students by going to the schools or going to the colleges and universities. So I think it should be from both the sides, from the tech platforms also and from the individual's part also, because ultimately the tech people, they are also into a business venture, so we should take that into consideration, that the competitive spirit should not get hindered. They are also running a e-commerce platform, so I think it should be a mix of both the parties. That will be the most effective solution.
The second
राहुल
question
जी,
is that ma'am ki
एक मिनट, मैं चाहता हूँ कि राहुल जी और गार्गी जी आपस में आप लोग भी, आपके क्वेश्चंस होने चाहिए, डिस्कशन तभी अच्छा होगा। तो राहुल, आप गार्गी मैम से अपने प्रश्न कर सकते हैं।
Okay. Sir, I have not thought about any question, but still I can try to frame.
But you should. Otherwise, Gargi ma'am will ask questions from you.
Sir, even I have not made any questions.
Okay, no issue. But in next time, we people should also have the questions because
Sir,
the
I have
system.
one question for Gargi ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, according to you, what should be the appropriate usage of social media so that the people or the younger generation in India that we know that from 15 to 29 years of age that people are in higher number in India, and how should we take the demographic dividend by using the social media as the tool?
Yes. I think we here we need to have a balance of like restricting the usage of social media to the children who are maybe lesser than 15 or 16 years of age, so that they do not get spoiled by the charms of the social media platform, because that's the age when they do not understand the effective usage of the social media platform. So number one would be restricting certain section of the children. Number two, I think, as I've also written, that to reap demographic dividend, I think in these days, social media has become a very effective and a very cost efficient platform for advertisement of the small businesses. So a lot of startups, in fact, they run only via the social media platforms. So I think the cost efficient advertisement is something that can add to it, of the small entrepreneurs and the startups. Apart from that, to reap demographic dividend, I think content creation is also coming up as a very good career option. In fact, people are taking it on a full-fledged manner now. So content creation could be number one. And the third would be the cultural preservation also, because we see a lot of people using the social media platform for creating this travel and tourism content. So that helps for the cultural preservation aspect also. So I think it has a very good side of usage on social media platforms. So we should leverage on all these possibilities.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sweksha, Ujjwal, do you have any question from Gargi ma'am?
No, sir.
Pankaj, perhaps.
No, sir.
Pankaj, perhaps you have any question?
यस, गरी मैम, मेरा आपसे एक क्वेश्चन है कि जो सोशल मीडिया है उसमें एआई का रोल है, वो हमारे डोपामाइन को कैसे मैनिपुलेट करता है, और जो मार्केटिंग होती है, एड चलते हैं, वो हमारे डोपामाइन को कैसे इम्पैक्ट करते हैं, जिससे कि जो जो जनरल पर्सन है, जनरल पीपल हैं, उनके इकोनॉमी में और इंडिया की इकोनॉमी में कैसे इम्पैक्ट आता है इसका, और इसको रोकने के लिए हमारा गवर्नमेंट क्या क्या स्टेप लिया हुआ है, क्या क्या चीजें और आगे कर सकते हैं, है ना?
ओके।
ये
सर आई थिंक ये जो एडवर्टीजमेंट का कल्चर है, इसके वजह से एक बहुत ही एडिक्टिव कल्चर का बर्थ हुआ है। एंड जो रील्स देखने का एक ट्रेडिशन है, द पीपल स्क्रॉल रील्स फॉर आवर्स एंड आवर्स। सो आई थिंक एक एडिक्टिव कल्चर इसके साथ एसोसिएट किया गया है। सेकंड, एक बहुत ही फॉल्टी कंपैरिजन किया जाता है, क्योंकि जब हम कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स को देखते हैं, दे लिव अ वेरी हाइप्ड लाइफ, जो उनके रील और रियल लाइफ जिसमें काफी डिफरेंस होता है उन लोगों के। और इसके वजह से लोग जो है वो बहुत गलत कंपैरिजन करने लगते हैं खुद का, या खुद को कम आंकने लगते हैं। तो आई थिंक वो एक बहुत नेगेटिव परसेप्शन है खुद को कंपेयर करने का इन लोगों से। और एडिक्टिव कल्चर के लिए सर आई थिंक कुछ इंटरनेशनल मॉडल्स मुझे याद आ रहे हैं जो हम हमारे कंट्री में इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं। एज ऑफ नाउ आई डोंट थिंक कोई टाइम लिमिट वाला लॉ है इंडिया में, बट चाइना एज अ कंट्री, जहाँ पे वर्क एफिशिएंसी को गवर्नमेंट इतनी प्रायोरिटी देती है कि दे हैव रेस्ट्रिक्टेड द टाइम कि आप वीक में कितना आवर्स तक सोशल मीडिया यूज कर सकते हैं, किस एज ग्रुप के बच्चे किन किन सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। तो आई थिंक ऐसे कुछ लॉज हम भी ला सकते हैं, बट कीपिंग इन लाइन कि हम एक डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री है, तो हमें वी शुड नॉट एनक्रोच द फंडामेंटल राइट्स ऑफ द पीपल। लेकिन एडिक्टिव कल्चर को रोकने के लिए कुछ इस तरीके के लॉज आई थिंक हेल्पफुल रहेंगे।
ओके। और अभी क्या क्या रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस बने हुए हैं, कुछ आईटी एक्ट वगैरह आपको ध्यान हो तो?
Yes, sir, ID regulations 2021 के है. Then they were amended in 2023 also. And they talk about having a 24/7 information officer, a grievance addressal officer to tackle the problems of the people. So that is number one. And the recent being the digital personal data protection. So these are few I can remember.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Rahul, one question from me. Please explain digital arrest.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
Digital arrest.
Digital arrest.
Can you explain, please? What should be the way to save from this arrest?
So digital arrest refers to cutting the on digital media of the individual who is being included or who is being spotlighted due to his illegal activities with respect to digital usage, and he is being the more explicitly using in the more unfavorable manners, which are ultimately creating such a havoc towards the other peoples that people are being discomfort because of these things, because of that individual or the fake the accounts that the person is created, that creating such a problems to the overall well-being of the people in the digital landscape. So this is called digital arrest. And sir, this is a very revolving issue in today's scenario, because we are seeing the cyberbullying concept, the online harassment concept. So digital arrest is the need of the hour, that people should be restricted because of their hate speech and the propaganda things that they are providing, so that they are fluctuating the overall scenario and the and then they are having the overall income effect on the overall people in the digital media, sir. So this is digital arrest, sir.
Yes, Gaurav Mishra have some questions from you, please. Gaurav Mishra, please speak.
Gaurav, if you like to, I just.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is that means mostly social media is impacting the teenagers and youth population, and India has a very large youth population which can be useful for which can be useful for the Viksit program of the government of India. So how this can be impacted if this problem is not controlled in the future?
Your question is from Rahul or Gargiji or anybody?
Sir, anyone, sir, can answer this question?
Rahul ji, you can please.
Okay. Yes, Rohan, that this problem is very very serious concern, that social media, the usage of the social media by the youth is being aggravated in due time, and it if it is not addressed, it can have a higher impact in longer duration and can ultimately leads to sorry.
Please continue.
Okay. So it can ultimately leads to overall the lack of potential that India can reach with the youth population that we have. So we need to focus constructively in that manner, and there are multifaceted approaches that can need to be focused on to use youth as the more constructive and more productive manner by using the social media. As Gargi ma'am already said, that we can have the ultimate platforms that can be used as a e-commerce platform, small business propagation, education related points. Then we have the overall updation with respect to youth who are being connected on the social media, so that they can rip out all the information and productivity related ideas from the social media, as well as they also leads to in connectivity in the global landscape, that we are having the globalized world where peoples are connected digitally to everyone. So these things needs to be kept in mind, and government is also trying to focus on these things, that these things should not be distorted, so that the people or the youth of the country should not be deviated from the overall landscape, and they are the next generation, they are the future of the country, and they should be focused on having the inclusivity in understanding and elevating the economic as well as the social aspect of the country, not to be indulged in the such illicit activities related to social media, so that they on their own productivity as well as their own future will be in the danger. For example, if we have the suicide related issues, peoples are youth are not tend to recognize the loneliness they are going through, the problem, the depression, anxiety they are going through. They are not able to talk to anyone. So therefore, if we focus on counseling as well as the constructively meddling with them with a more psychological manner, so that we can ultimately cause this deviation to be stopped at its inception or its beginning, so that we can rip out the overall potential of the youth in the country. So that's it.
ओके
सर
मैं हाँ कौन बोल रहे हैं? आप बोलिए, पूछिए बोलो आप बोलिए.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one simultaneous question that the steps you means you mentioned, the is this step is yielding any positive results? I mean, do you have any data or any report study, any of the study which is means on the this subject that these steps is giving positive results to our country, which you mentioned?
Sir, as the social media is a very diverse thing that we cannot have directly opinions as well as the digital engagement. So we cannot have the direct data. But the recent study of the Scandinavian countries on the social media usages, they came to be know that these things are hampering on the psychological perspective as well as the overall youth is been engaging in it and ultimately leading to diminishing its productivity. So that needs to be focused on. Second is, sir, the study from the UK in the I'm not able to recall the university name, but it was the studied by UK that these social media extensive usages can ultimately hamper the overall well-being of the youth in the country. And as we know that India is being the youth country, it has multifaceted impact on India as well. So, but according to the DPDP Act that recently been enacted, that also focusing on extracting the data, so that how many people are engaging in that, and ultimately we can focus on the targeted grievance redressal. So.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
बस अभी हम लोग एक राउंड ही लास्ट राउंड चल रहा है. ये था कि एक अभी आई जस्ट वांट टू रिकॉल समथिंग. अभी जुकरबर्ग गए वहां अमेरिका में. जुकरबर्ग ओनर ऑफ द फेसबुक. उन्होंने क्या कहा कि पहले था फेसबुक वाज यूज्ड टू वेरीफाई ऑल द कंटेंट्स फ्रॉम अदर ग्रुप. First he used to verify the contents and then after allows to publish. और कभी कभी होता है क्या था कि पहले पब्लिश होता था, बाद उसको वेरीफाई करते थे, इसको करते थे. अभी जुकरबर्ग ने कहा कि हम कोई डेटा वेरीफाई नहीं करेंगे, जो जैसे डालेगा उसको हम वैसे ही उसको यूज करेंगे. वैसे इसमें कोई हम इसमें कोई चेक नहीं लगाएंगे, कोई चेक एंड बैलेंस का हम कोई सिस्टम नहीं रखेंगे. जिसकी जो इच्छा हो वो अपना इसमें डाल सकता है. हम देख रहे हैं कि बहुत सारा एआई का यूज हम लोग करते हैं. इसके माध्यम से तमाम तरह के एक से एक नए नए क्रिएशंस आते हैं और जो डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं पूरे इसको सोशल मीडिया में, लोगों की इंडिविजुअलिटी को खत्म कर रहे हैं. हमारी प्राइवेसी जो है वो बहुत ही बुरी तरह से इसमें तबाह होने जा रही है. ये राइट टू प्राइवेसी जो अपनी है, राइट टू प्राइवेसी हमारे लॉ को, हमारे सिस्टम को, ये अपना जुकरबर्ग का जो ये स्टेटमेंट है वो कितना डैमेज करने जा रहा है या कितना डिफेंड करने जा रहा है, ये कैसे इसमें हम लोग बैलेंस कैसे करेंगे. ये प्रश्न हमारा गार्गी जी आपसे है, प्लीज.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think for this, the government should take very proactive steps. And for example, sir, IT Act had a provision to identify the source of a message. So that was also used for the case of WhatsApp, because recently we have seen that there were certain communal messages during the Delhi riots of 2020 that were getting spread. So even on Twitter, also the government has asked the data fiduciary to get removed certain messages. So I think this decision of Mark Zuckerberg, it's not in a right direction. And even if they are not going to keep a track of what would be getting posted on their platform, I think the government should keep a track of it. And in case the certain information which comes out that is not in the sake of Indian interest, I think the government should direct them to get removed that information from their platform. So I think if they are not taking up a good step, the government should take proactive steps here.
थैंक यू। अभी हमारे बीच में, थैंक यू गार्गी जी।
Yes, sir.
अभी हमारे बीच में गौरव वत्सल सर हैं, उनको कहीं जाना है। मैं चाहता हूं कि उनका 1 मिनट का जो फीडबैक है इस पूरे उसका आप लोगों की जो रिप्लाईज थे वो दे दें। उसके बाद फिर उनको जाएंगे, फिर हम लोग अपना कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं, बाकी लोग अपना करते रहेंगे। गौरव वत्सल सर।
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी।
राहुल का परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा लगा हमको। राहुल का है और गार्गी मैम का भी है। एंड बाकी लोग भी अच्छे हैं, थोड़ा सा इम्प्रूव करने का जरूरत है, तो कंटिन्यू कीजिए। हमको थोड़ा निकलना है, बाकी सर आप देख लीजिए। अनिल सर।
थैंक यू गौरव जी, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।
थैंक यू
फिर मिलते हैं नए सदस्य के साथ नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम में
सर।
थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
नाउ वी कैन कंटिन्यू। वत्सल जी प्लीज, वी कैन कंटिन्यू। और भी जो हमारे यहाँ पर बच्चे हैं वो लोग फ्रिक्वेंटली यूजुअल आप देख लो। राजश्री बेटा, आप जो भी आप लोग हैं इसमें सब लोग आप आराम से क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं। शुक्ति आप बताओ। शुक्ति है अपना जो लोग इसमें हमारे हेमल, हु इज हेमल?
Yes. There is a question of Hamel, I think. He
Yes,
write in the chat
please.
section. The question is that can algorithm designed to enhance user engagement on social media ever be made entirely unbiased? And if so, what would the trade-off be in terms of user experience and platform revenue? So the question is from Gargi ma'am.
Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, ma'am. The question is
Ask
that
Hamel to question. Take the question directly.
Okay.
Ask the question directly.
Hamel, please.
Hamel, please.
Gargi ma'am, my question is that can algorithms designed to enhance user engagement on social media
Yes,
ever be made entirely unbiased? So what would be the trade-off be in the terms of user experience and
as you are asking about the importance of algorithms, so I think they are very, very important. I think in today's time, whatever reels even that we are seeing, that are all on the basis of the algorithms only, and they are being decided by the hypes being generated in the society. So I think algorithms are playing a very important role in today's social media platform usage, and they are biased in the sense that they go with the current trend only. So whatever genuine things are there, they cannot get that advertisement with the help of present algorithms. So I think they are pretty biased as well.
Okay, thank you, Gargi.
Thank you.
Okay.
गार्गी मैम, एक क्वेश्चन है आपसे।
Yes.
कैंसिल एंड मॉब कल्चर क्या है सोशल मीडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव से?
Which culture? Can you repeat?
Cancel and mob culture.
I have not heard about it.
Rahul?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat the question?
Cancel and mob culture क्या है?
Sorry, sir, I have also not heard about it.
So I think cancel culture, it is a kind of a protest or something.
Anyone from the past participants? Gaurav?
Hello, sir. Can you explain the word you mentioned? Mob culture and what you mentioned? I failed to understand.
Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
Acha, sir. No, sir. I have no idea. Sir.
Okay. Boycott culture.
Hemil has idea, like he is raising hand.
Okay.
Sir, cancel culture means when a company or an individual does an offensive action, so we withdraw support from them.
कि ये एक बाइकॉट कल्चर की तरह है। जैसे कोई एक पर्सन है या फिर कोई एक कंपनी है, उसके खिलाफ मान लीजिए कोई एक मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन शेयर हो जाती है, तो जो लोग हैं, उनके फॉलोवर्स हैं, सपोर्टर्स हैं, वो भी उनके खिलाफ फिर इसी तरह के चीजें शेयर करने लगते हैं। तो जो वो पर्सन है या जो कंपनी है, उनका जो रेपुटेशन है, और सारी चीजें, उनका इकोनॉमिक एस्पेक्ट और सोशल एस्पेक्ट सब कुछ गड़बड़ा जाते हैं। तो इसको रेगुलेट करने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? गौरव या गार्की मैम? गार्गी मैम, आप बताइए।
Sir, I think to curb this boycott culture, we should ensure that the genuine platform, the genuine IDs on the platform, they do not suffer a setback. So, as we have the grievance redressal platforms, we can use that platforms also to take a leap forward. And apart from that, the citizens should also be aware about the fact that which of them are a genuine intended boycotts and which of them are fake or misleading boycotts. So the citizens should also make a very informed and rational choice.
सोशल मीडिया के एज में कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन सेकंड्स में वायरल हो जाती है ना? जैसे कोई आपके खिलाफ कुछ मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन फैला है ना, वो एक सेकंड में वायरल हो गई। अब तो सारी तरफ से आपको फिर प्रेशर आने लगेगा, फैमिली आपको जो है ना, और सोसाइटी की तरफ से प्रेशर आने लगेगा। तो इतने में तो काफी लॉस हो जाएगा हमारा। तो
So I
फिर
think yes, sir. Sir, for instance, in the recent bill, we have this provision of this data erasure. So immediately we can contact the DPBI and we can ask them to remove that post from all the platforms. So that would not help in an immediate way because tab tak already the information would have reached a lot of places. But I think further spread can be curtailed with data erasure. So
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Data eraser, right to eraser of data should be in the hands of the victim and person who is being affected from this one, I think.
Sir, I'm not getting your voice clearly.
Yeah, okay. I think the right to erasure of data should be in the hands of the victim or being affected from this one.
Yes, sir, it should be in the hands of the victim itself, and the ultimate control should be of the government. And
Yes.
What, sir?
Yes, I do agree.
Yes, sir. So it should be in the hands of the victim itself, and the ultimate control being with the government and the data fiduciary. They should have a legal obligation to work as per the directions given by the government. So we can sign a MOU also with the data fiduciary, like the government has done for removing the data, this tweets from the Twitter. So we can sign a legal MOU with them, and ultimate control being with the government and the permission coming from the victim himself.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, I want to add one point that Pankaj sir has said.
Okay.
Sir, we can use the AI-driven tools, for example, Digi Army or Digital Warriors. So they are focusing on removing the fake information or the fake scenes that being circulated in the media, so that it can not be circulated over the larger audiences. It can be published at the initial steps as well, sir.
ओके, जो पीपल हैं उनको अवेयर करने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? क्योंकि अभी बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं माई गॉव प्लेटफॉर्म पे या फिर अदर प्लेटफॉर्म पे, लेकिन उसका जो इम्पैक्ट है उतना हो नहीं पाता है। तो इसमें आपका क्या सजेशन है कि कैसे बेटर तरीके से सारी चीजों को और मैनेज कर सकते हैं? जैसे डीप फेक है, इसको रेगुलेट करने के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, और पीपल को अवेयर करने के लिए कि कैसे इसको पहचाने, डीप फेक जो वीडियो है या कंटेंट है?
Sir, first of all, is to understand that the two-factor authentication should be needed here. For example, the WhatsApp, Facebook, they are using the login by OTPs. So in that same scenario, the people can be aware through that that they have to focus on two-factor authentication. If they see any news, they just try to just search about it so that they will get information about it, that it is a truth or it is a fake. Some some websites are there who are actively engaging in debunking all the fake news around them, so we can do that thing. Second is, sir, the spread awareness campaigns, so that the active usage of social media in constructive manner, not on the destructive manner. And thirdly is there are some hate speeches that the people from the fake accounts, they try to focus on giving such speeches, and they just go in invisible mode. They not to be not justify the things that they have been said. Needs to be that thing needs to be tackled, so that we can create such a scenario where the transparency and accountability is enhanced.
ओके,
And
गौरव, मेरा आपसे एक प्रश्न है।
जी सर।
yeah, please.
इसका पॉलिटिकल इम्पैक्ट क्या है? जो भी मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन है, इसका पॉलिटिकल इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा हमारी कंट्री में?
जी सर, ये मैं मतलब मेरे हिसाब से सर, अभी रिसेंट का एक न्यूज है। अभी दिल्ली इलेक्शन के लिए मतलब एआई का यूज हुआ था। उसमें स्टेट पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने यूज किया था। अम्बेडकर जी उनके लीडर को आशीर्वाद दे रहे थे, और एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने, नेशनल पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ने इसका ओपोजिशन लीडर को टारगेट किया था एआई डिजाइंड टूल से, और उसको सोशल मीडिया में सर्कुलेट करता था सर। तो सर, इसका बहुत मतलब गहरा प्रभाव होता है पब्लिक में, जो इसको नहीं पता है सर इसके बारे में, और ये मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन स्प्रेड होता है। तो सर, इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने तुरंत ही एक्शन लेते हुए ये निर्देश दिया कि वो जो कंटेंट हम एआई से डिजाइन कर रहे हैं, सब पॉलिटिकल पार्टी उनको एआई डिजाइन टैग लगाएं उसमें, और उसको और इंफॉर्मेशन को सही तरीके से, जेन्युइन इंफॉर्मेशन को मीन्स पब्लिक के सामने रखें। सो ये एक स्टेप इलेक्शन कमीशन ने सर लिया है। और हम सर दूसरा स्टेप ले सकते हैं कि आ, ये जो सर डिजाइंड सब डीप फेक हुआ, या ये सब जो टेक्नोलॉजी सर हो रहा है, तो सर मतलब हम एजुकेशन स्प्रेड कर सकते हैं कि मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम में किसी पर अगर हम मतलब देख रहे हैं, तो उसको स्प्रेड ना करें, और उसका पहले जेन्युइननेस उसका परखें, और अगर उसका कुछ नीड नहीं है स्प्रेड करने का, तो अपने तक ही रखें सर। ऐसा कुछ हम स्टेप सर ले सकते हैं नेशनल लेवल।
ओके, थैंक यू।
चलिए, हमारा एक राउंड एक खत्म हो रहा है। मेरा एक प्रश्न है शुक्ति। शुक्ति, आर यू हियर?
जी सर। Yes, sir, I'm here.
My one question is here, that so many accounts are being created as a fake account in my name or your name, others' name, in the name of any celebrity or important person. How to control these fake accounts? Because the maximum vulgar or hate news, hate speeches are spread through these fake accounts. How can we control it? How can government control these fake accounts?
So firstly, I think that government can control these fake accounts uh, uh, by enacting some laws. Like we can connect. We can connect our. Sorry, sir, I just got a bit nervous.
Okay.
सर मुझे सॉरी
हाँ,
सर। सर मुझे लगता है कि जो हमारे अकाउंट्स हैं, हम उन्हें जेन्युइन बना सकते हैं। हमारा जैसे आइडेंटिटी कार्ड है, आधार कार्ड है, या फिर हमारा पैन कार्ड है, हम उन्हें लिंक कर सकते हैं। तो उससे हम जेन्युइन कौन से अकाउंट्स हैं, हम वो क्रिएट कर सकते हैं। बहुत सारे मल्टीपल यूजर्स, एक ही अकाउंट पर यूजर, हम ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं कि रिस्ट्रिक्शंस ला सकते हैं। एंड सो ये कर्टेल कर सकता है अकाउंट क्रिएशन का. एंड इफ इन केस किसी ने बाय मिस्टेक फ्रॉड किया है, सो अकाउंट जो फ्रॉड अकाउंट है उसे ट्रैक करना भी इजी हो जाएगा बाय द अकाउंट. यस सर, मुझे ये ऐसा लगता है.
थैंक यू. Rahul, do you have any idea? A better idea to which may protect our data also?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
How can we control the fake accounts? Because maximum hate messages or vulgar messages are sent through the fake accounts of individuals.
Yes, sir. As I've already mentioned about the DG Army and Digital Warriors, they are actively engaged in the tackling such fake accounts as well as the fake messages that are being circulated in media, so that they can be justly debunked at the initial phase. Secondly, sir, the government regulations and as the DPDP, the data protection, personal data protection rules has been envisaged, they have the inclusion of such direct surveillances through the social media, where we can focus on targeting such fake accounts who are circulating such fake news or the fake things which are not being in the public domain, and they can distort the overall public mind. So they needs to be tackled down, and government is actively engaging those things through this act. Thirdly, sir, the platforms in itself taking such initiatives. For example, Twitter on its own try to focus on eliminating such accounts on a yearly basis. This year now, around thousands of accounts have been deleted by the the Twitter, formerly Twitter, now is X. So they have been like deleting on their own to understand how the peoples are using them. Thirdly, sir, the encryption things. We can protect our data through encryption models that the WhatsApp is using, as well as the Facebook is having. That when two persons are talking or they are conversing, third person cannot be known that which type of things that they are doing or the conversation what is there happening. So encryption is also the important thing that playing a role. So these are the things that we can ensure to have a more protection of data, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all. किसी को कोई और प्रश्न किसी से करना है कि ऑडियंस में से या अपने जूरी मेंबर्स से कोई?
Sir, I want to add one point.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. So I think for this spread of the fake news, there is one more aspect to it, that the accounts of the renowned personalities, they're getting hacked. And then the requisite fake information is being spread through the hacked account. So I think the government should also work very actively to retrieve the account. And for retrieving the account, the coordination between the IT department, the police department, and the administration. So multi-departmental collaboration is needed in order to retrieve the account. So I think if we retrieve it timely, I think we can like curtail this spread of fake information also.
Very nice, very nice.
अच्छा, मेरा एक प्रश्न है. सोशल मीडिया कैसे हमारा कल्चरल शिफ्ट को ला रहे हैं?
Acha, to me? Yes, sir. Sir, social media, because of the social media, there are certain cultural shifts which are being observed. First is, sir, the influence of westernization into our culture, and understanding or feeling that the Western culture is the best culture. So the people in our country, they are sort of blindly copying the culture of the West. So westernization of the Indian culture is first impact. Second, sir, I feel that the consumer culture is also growing, where even if the income of the people is not, it's not too much, but still people believe in consuming a lot. So because of the influx of the e-commerce platform and this content creating culture, I think consumer culture is also growing a lot more. And third, the difference between the real and the real life, which is sort of hampering the real showcase of the culture. So I think whatever culture we are seeing currently, it's only a fake culture that is coming up, and the real culture is somewhere getting suppressed. which is more about vibrancy and soft skills, history, heritage. So I think all these parts of our culture, they are taking backseat, and a kind of artificial culture, fake culture is developing nowadays. So that's how the cultural shift is taking place.
रोहन, इसमें आपका क्या थॉट है? राहुल?
Yes, sir. Social media is a significant impact on cultural shift. We are moving from to be traditional from traditional to be modernized, and in that way, we are lacking some traditional values that they are having in our society, and westernization and the globalization world that is being connected around us. So they are creating such a trend where we just focusing on lucrative things that the Western countries or the Western culture that imposing on us, for example, those through social media usage and hashtag becoming the new trend. So these things are being more on focus, and the digital presence is increasing, and the overall social relationship that we have a family, and the relationship with the fabric that we be connected with them with the physically, that is being diminishing in the today's scenario. But I believe, sir, the social culture that we already have, the cultural value they already have, they are still prevalent in India, and they are being still continued up. The social media has impact, but it's still continuing. So it can also play to both sides. Social media have impact on the one side, but culture also has the impact on other side. So these two things are balancing in India, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Now this round is feedback round. सना मैम, आपका फीडबैक हम चाहते हैं एक बार में दे दीजिए सारे लोगों को, हम लोग इसको कंप्लीट करते हैं.
श्योर सर. सर मेरा फीडबैक तो राहुल अदय और गार्गी मैम दोनों के लिए है. आप दोनों मतलब यू बोथ आर डूइंग एक्सेप्शनली वेल. बहुत ज्यादा डीप नॉलेज है, सारे डायमेंशंस आप कवर कर रहे हो, लीगल, साइकोलॉजिकल, ग्लोबल एग्जाम्पल्स, केस स्टडीज, मतलब यू बोथ आर गोइंग गुड. लेकिन आप दोनों के इंटरव्यूज कब है
मैम? 20 मार्च.
मार्च में
18th Feb.
18th Feb. ओके. बट आप दोनों के लिए सिर्फ एक ही सजेशन है कि जितने एफर्ट्स इस स्टेज पर आने के लिए लगते हैं, उससे डबल एफर्ट्स इसको मेंटेन करने के लिए लगेंगे. तो आप ये मत सोचेगा कि अभी सब कुछ अच्छा जा रहा है तो ये एंड तक रहेगा. इतने ही डबल एफर्ट्स आपको डालने हैं इसको मेंटेन रखने के लिए. तो माय बेस्ट विशेस टू बोथ ऑफ यू. यू बोथ आर गोइंग इन अ राइट डायरेक्शन, एंड we'll see, we wish to see you in the top, getting rank in 2 digits. And for
thank you ma'am.
And for Shukti Rude, you मतलब आपका जो आर्टिकुलेशन जो वर्ड्स का है और डिलीवरी ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन वो बहुत अच्छा है. आपका भी मतलब अच्छा फीडबैक है. आप अच्छे से करेंगे तो आप मतलब यू विल डू गुड इन कमिंग सेशंस. एंड फॉर गौरव मिश्रा सर, आपको यू हैव क्लैरिटी ऑफ द टॉपिक, बट आप थोड़ा सा ना, आई फील कि आप थोड़ा सोचकर बोलते हैं. तो यू नीड टू रीड मोर सो दैट द पॉइंट्स कम बैक टू बैक इन योर माइंड. अदरवाइज आपको क्लैरिटी है कॉन्सेप्ट्स की, यू आर आल्सो डूइंग गुड. दैट्स ऑल सर.
थैंक यू मैम. थैंक यू.
थैंक यू. पंकज जी, आपका कोई इसमें कुछ इनपुट?
नहीं, साइमन मैम ने सारा चीज कवर कर दिया.
अपना कंप्यूटर किसका है, कौन करे?
स्विच.
चलिए, राहुल जी और गार्गी, आप दोनों लोग बहुत सिखा रहे हैं और हमारी शुभकामना है. हम लोग एक कोशिश यही कर रहे हैं कि इसके माध्यम से अपने अपने लोगों के बीच में सब डिस्कशन करके आपका अभ्यास अच्छे से हो जाए. हमारा ही प्रयास है और इसके लिए जो भी हम लोग हो सकता है मदद कर रहे हैं आपकी. आप भी पूरे मन से करिए, मन से रहिए. यहाँ पर परिवार का है, अपना आपस में भी हम लोग बातें कर रहे हैं. आपको अपना स्वयं को निखारने का अच्छा मौका है. बाकी बच्चों को भी हम कहना चाहते हैं कि आप लोग इस प्लेटफॉर्म का अच्छा इस्तेमाल करिए, अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, और बिना संकोच के बोलने की कोशिश करिए. हो सकता है गलत बोल रहे हो, लेकिन कैसे बोलना चाहिए, क्या बोलना चाहिए, क्या पूछा जा रहा है, जो प्रश्न पर ध्यान दीजिए. पहले लिसन, अंडरस्टैंड, देन रिप्लाई. नहीं आता रिप्लाई, कोई बात नहीं, यू कैन स्किप. सॉरी सर, बहुत इंटेलिजेंटली हम हर बात को, कोई भी वक्त ऐसा नहीं है जिसको हर बात हर चीज पता हो. इसको कर सकते हैं, और दूसरा क्वेश्चन किया जाएगा। लेकिन बस है क्या कि हम कैसे शिक्षा में प्रेजेंट करते हैं अपने आप को, कैसे प्रेजेंट होते हैं, हमारा अंदर से कैसा हमारा साहस है, कैसा हमारा प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड है, हमारा आईक्यू लेवल कैसा है, हमको कितना हमने आपके प्रश्न को कितना समझा। इंटरव्यू में सबसे बड़ी बात होती है कि आप प्रश्न को समझ लीजिए, प्रश्न को समझ करके तब उसका रिप्लाई कर दीजिए। सुनिए अच्छे से, बहुत ही अच्छे से सुनिए, बहुत प्रेशर में ना करके सुनिए, अच्छे से अपने फेस आपका बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, अच्छा फेस, स्माइलिंग फेस से आपको सुनिए, समझिए, और फिर वैसे ही जवाब दीजिए। हंसने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है कि बहुत हंसना है, कोई ऐसी बात नहीं, बस थोड़ा अपने आप को बहुत ही एक बैलेंस ब्यूरोक्रेट के रूप में प्रेजेंट करना है। मान लीजिए कि आप ब्यूरोक्रेट हो चुके हैं, ठीक है। और एक बात का ध्यान रखा कीजिए कि जब भी आप रिप्लाई करते हैं, यह मान के किया कीजिए कि हाँ, ये कॉन्फिडेंस आपके अंदर होना चाहिए कि आप सही बोल रहे हो, और फोकस कीजिए अपनी बातों को, दबाव देने की जरूरत नहीं है। अपने को बहुत अच्छे से, जितना शांति से आप उसको जवाब दे देंगे उतना बढ़िया होता है। गार्गी जी का बहुत अच्छा लगता है, आप बड़े शांति से आप रिप्लाई करते हो। गौरव, आपका कंटेंट जैसा कि समय मैंने कहा रियली अच्छा होता है, कंटेंट पे रहते हो। एक बात ध्यान रखिए, अपना प्रेजेंट कैसे करते हो। जैसे आप आए तो आप यहाँ पर, यहाँ डिस्कशन प्रोग्राम में आए हो ना, एक एलीट ग्रुप है यहाँ पर, तो बिहेव लाइक दैट। अपना आपका ड्रेसअप ठीक होना चाहिए, आपको बात करने के लिए बार बार अपना माइक माउथ पीस उठाना पड़ता है, इन चीजों को अवॉइड करिए, ठीक। नहीं उठाइए,
जी सर,
उसको
जी
सब
सर,
फिट करिए कि आपको उठाना ना पड़े। कुछ चीजें
जी
होती है
सर।
ना, आपके हर एक एक चीज से बहुत ज्यादा, हर चीज करने में होता है कि आप क्या हो अंदर से, आप अंदर से क्या हो, ये वास्तव में इसके प्रेजेंटेशन का सामान होता है। आपका नॉलेज लेवल बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ चेक नहीं होता है। इंटरव्यू में कहा गया ना, आपके नॉलेज का चेक हो गया, मेंस आपने क्वालिफाई कर लिया, अब आप क्या हो अंदर से, ये महत्वपूर्ण होता है। ये इंटरव्यू भी देखता है, कैसे अपने आप को फेस करते हो, कैसे आप अपनी सिचुएशंस को टैकल करते हो बियॉन्ड द बुक्स। किताबों, नियमों, कानूनों, जितना कुछ नॉलेज आप बैंक हमारे पास था थॉट में, उस सब चीजों से ऊपर क्या है, जो स्टोर्ड नॉलेज है, उसके बाद क्या होता है, प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड, हाउ टू टैकल द सिचुएशंस, इन चीजों को चेक करने के लिए आपका इंटरव्यू होता है। तो गो बियॉन्ड द नॉलेज, गो बियॉन्ड द बुक्स, उसके ऊपर जाकर के हम अपनी बातों को कह सकते हैं और अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करना है, यही हमारा वो है। और हमारे बच्चे सबसे हम चाहते हैं कि सभी लोग, आप लोग इसमें आया करो। शुक्ति, आप बहुत अच्छा बोलती हो, और अच्छे से आप जो है इसको और अभ्यास करो। और
जी
हमारे
सर,
और
थैंक यू
बच्चे हैं,
सर।
रजश्री है, हाँ, सभी लोग बच्चे हैं, सब लोग, आप लोग आइए। इसको ये हम लोगों ने प्रारंभ इसीलिए किया हुआ है कि आप सबके अंदर की जो प्रतिभा है ना, वो ऊपर के सामने आ जाए, ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग। नेक्स्ट में भी आप लोग आइएगा समय से, थोड़ा तैयारी कर लिया कीजिए, ताकि फोकस रहेंगे तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ेगा। पेपर आप बोलेंगे, रिप्लाई करेंगे, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल और अच्छा बढ़ेगा। थोड़ा सा आप लोग इसको हम समय से डरवा देंगे, लेट हो जाता है अपना डालने में टॉपिक, तो हम देंगे। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विद अस। अपनी दीप्ति जी हैं, इनके माध्यम से सब लोग आ जाते हैं, और अपने वात्सल्य जी हैं, पंकज जी हैं, आप सभी लोग बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपको, आपने ज्वाइन किया, और आगे भी ज्वाइन करते रहेंगे, ताकि हम लोग इसको अच्छे से कार्य करें। और आप लोग की सफलता के लिए जितने भाई बहन हमारे जुड़े हैं ना, संभव में हम लोग विशेष रूप से प्रार्थना प्रार्थना सभा आयोजित कराएंगे आप लोगों की सफलता के लिए। 8 लोग आप लोग हैं, 8 लोग आप लोग सफल हो, टॉपर्स की लिस्ट में आप लोगों का नाम आ रहा है, इसके लिए हम लोग प्रार्थना करेंगे अंदर से। थैंक यू सो मच।
अच्छा, नेक्स्ट
अनिल
टॉपिक जो
सर,
है।
आई थिंक दिनेश सर ज्वाइन हो गए हैं, तो एक लास्ट रिमार्क उनसे ले लेते हैं।
चलिए दिनेश सर, दिनेश जी हैं क्या आप?
जी सर, हेलो।
जी, आप लेट आए पहली बात।
जी जी, मैं थोड़ा क्लास में था, तो मैंने तो
कोई नहीं,
सुना नहीं, लेकिन अगली बार से मैं टाइम पे रहूंगा सर।
चलिए ठीक है, फिर इस बार रहने देते हैं, नेक्स्ट टाइम में आप दीजिएगा अपने बच्चों
जी
का
जी
जो,
जी।
स्वेच्छा
ठीक,
के
थैंक।
लिए।
हाँ दीप्ति, आपको कुछ
एक
बोलना है
आखिरी
दीप्ति?
चीज एक आखिरी चीज मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि
दीप्ति
द
बोल ले,
होल
तब आखिरी
होल
करिए।
चलिए ठीक है।
दीप्ति जी आप बोलो, दीप्ति। दीप्ति कुछ बोलना है?
तो शायद वो अपने
तब
क्लास
किसी और को भी कुछ बोलना है क्या अपने बच्चों में से?
सर मुझे एक फीडबैक, स्वेच्छा को एक सजेशन देना है।
हाँ, स्वेच्छा दे दीजिए।
स्वेच्छा, आपका नॉलेज बेस अच्छा है स्टार्टिंग के अकॉर्डिंग, और बस आप थोड़ा सा फंबल कर रहे थे और आईज रोलिंग वाला इश्यू है थोड़ा, तो आप उसके लिए आप मिरर में सामने प्रैक्टिस करिए, बाकी सिर्फ यही था। ओके, कैरी ऑन।
थैंक यू।
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट अपना।
ओके, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक जो हमारा रहेगा डिस्कशन के लिए वो है रोल ऑफ यूथ इन नेशन बिल्डिंग। सो आप सभी उस टॉपिक पे अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कर लीजिएगा, एवरी जो भी है सारा चीज प्रिपेयर करके नेक्स्ट टॉपिक में पार्टिसिपेट कीजिएगा। ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर फ्यूचर
अब
डिस्कशन।
वत्सल जी, आपको कुछ कहना है?
हाँ अनिल सर, ये कहना है कि द होल सेशन राहुल सर की जो स्माइल है दैट प्रोवाइड्स मोटिवेशन टू ईच एंड एवरी वन। दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ एन एस्पिरेंट, ही ऑलवेज स्माइल ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चन, ईच एंड एवरी आंसर। दैट इज द टाइप ऑफ गुड पर्सनालिटी इनलाइटमेंट, तो इसके लिए। एंड गार्गी मैम, और ठीक अपोजिट, गार्गी मैम इतने शांत ढंग से, मतलब वेरी प्लीजेंट वॉइस में वो आंसर देती है। दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ द एस्पिरेंट्स। So I would like to just congratulate both of them. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you,
sir.
thank you, Vatsal ji.
थैंक्स टू ऑल।
Okay.